Podfix.
Whirly pop.
Tattoos.
Goals.
Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario? 2020. Woo.
1, 2, 3, 4. Sitting on the bench. Writing's really hard. We need another snack. And that is just a fact. Oh.
Okay, good.
Is this thing on?
It's on.
All right. Hi, this is Shauna.
This is Trisha.
And this is Two Girls on a Bench.
The podcast.
We write on the bench.
We snack on the bench.
And most of all, we procrastinate on the bench is back.
2020, baby.
We're here. Oh
A little
my
late.
God.
Never fear.
We clawed our way here, I feel like, or something.
Yeah, kicking and screaming.
We know that we've been gone and we've missed you all.
Yeah, we're sorry. We didn't formally announce our break.
It was just a break that just broke.
Life broke. My foot still broke.
Oh, Trisha broke her foot. Did you break your foot before?
Oh, yeah. It broke back in November.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah. And then my podiatrist was like, it's all better. And I'm like, huh, that's so weird. It still hurts. This is like the first week of January. And then he's like, go get an MRI. And it's probably just inflammation, or you're a slow healer, or maybe I said I'm crazy. And he's like, or maybe you're crazy. And then we laughed. It was so joyful. And then I went.
And we laughed and
It was
laughed.
just like the best time of my life. And then I got my MRI, which even for your foot takes like 45 minutes. It's long. You just lay there. And then that was over. And then I got my results, and they wouldn't tell me over the phone. And I'm like,
They never will.
I'm like, should I go skiing or should I not go skiing? Like as if skiing was in my future, but it wasn't, because it was a Friday. And
You're all, can I run that half
Yeah,
marathon
I'm about
or
to
not
run
tomorrow?
46 miles. Potentially going to hurt my foot more if you don't tell me what's going on. And then I was like, if I come in there, I didn't say this to them, but in my head, I wanted to say this to the nurse. I wanted to be like, if I come in there to that podiatry office and you tell me I have inflammation, I'm going to fucking like go ballistic on all of you. I was just like, I'm going to just give it to you all, because like you could just tell me that over the phone and I'll just like
But they can't, though.
ice
It's
it or
like their
something.
shit.
I know.
Anyway, it doesn't matter because it
can't.
was much more than
They
that.
can't, because like they want me to pay the office visit. Wait, what? So yeah, so I went in and he sat down and I'm like, he was like quiet. Now he told
And
me
then you said this time you weren't laughing.
nobody laughed. He told me it wasn't broken. Remember that? Like 4 days before this, he told me it wasn't broken.
According to the x-ray, it wasn't.
Right. And then he's like, it's broken more than we thought. And I was like,
But on the inside.
yes. And I said, fuck. And he went, yeah, sorry about that. So, and then you can do this laser treatment that's supposedly going to fix it.
How's a laser treatment going to fix it? Is it like weld it together on the inside or something?
Apparently, yeah. Like it
Oh.
helps increase the healing of the bone and decrease the inflammation. You nailed it. It's a welding process
I am
with a laser.
very... Trisha just did a Dr. Evil.
So he said,
Look.
we can do the laser treatment,
Liquid magma.
but it's like out of pocket or whatever. And I was like, why didn't we just do the laser treatment from the beginning? And
Because
he's
he
like,
thought you had a
can't.
normal thing.
Yeah, he's like, you can't just go straight to the laser. Like you have to have like extreme situation. He's like, athletes use the laser, and I'm like, clearly not an athlete.
In my mind, they're like shooting. It's like a satellite that's
No,
shooting at
I'll
your
take
foot,
a picture of
which
it.
is not
'cause
what
I'm
it
gonna be
is.
there like 4 times a week for the next 3 weeks. So you have to
my
wear these big green
God.
glasses, and it's just a little like machine, and you just stick. Oh, I just kicked your mic. You just stick your foot out, and they just focus it on there for like 10 minutes, and then
Like
it's over.
Oh,
it's like just a little
so they don't
laser.
go into your. That's weird.
Don't go into my foot. The laser goes through my skin into my foot. Apparently,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
I don't know. It's weird. I
yeah.
don't like
So
it.
it's not like surgery.
I don't
it's like-
I'm all. I don't
Have you
like
heard
it.
of laser-
You're like, I love it.
Have you heard of laser acupuncture?
No.
So they did that on my dog once, where I took her to get acupuncture, and he's like, look, can we use the laser acupuncture? And I was like, is that just like a red flashlight, and then you're going to charge me the same as you would for needles? And he was like, no. But then that vet went out of business and had really bad reviews. So now I think he just used a red flashlight on my dog.
I've never heard of laser acupuncture.
Yeah,
That's like not a thing.
Well,
he made that
if
up.
this laser treatment's a thing, then possibly it is. But everybody around the laser wears these big protective eyeglasses. And this doctor had nothing protective on him, and neither did I. Well, he was shining this all over my dog's butt. So I think maybe it was bullshit. So be wary of lasers. But I did ask my doctor. I said, Doctor,
be wary of lasers.
I said, if I pay and do this laser treatment,
it better work.
No, he said it will work. He said it will work, and if it doesn't, we'll figure it out, and I won't charge you for like more treatments or whatever. We'll figure it because you have to pay like $400 out of pocket. And I'm like, okay, great. I said, also, will you please do like a Dr. Evil voice and put your pinky like on your face?
Did you really say that to him?
And his nurse started cracking up, and then I looked at him, and he's like kind of youngish looking. And I said, "Oh, maybe you're too young for that joke." And he goes, "Oh no, I appreciate a good Austin Powers joke." And but he didn't do it. I was like, "Come on, I'm paying you extra for this. Like, at least get like a little bit of a show, you know."
Man.
But the nurse was cool.
Maybe she'll do it.
She's doing it and doing the laser.
So did they do it already?
Yeah, I had one treatment.
Oh.
And then after the treatment, you have to
Does it hurt or anything?
After it is sore, it does feel like something happened. So that's good, I guess.
Yeah.
You have to wear the boot for at least 5 hours and like try and keep off
stable.
of it. Yeah. Just like not do a lot of jogging like I normally do.
I mean, normally you are doing that marathon training, so
well, the nurse
have
was
to
like,
cut back on that a little
I'm
bit.
so bummed I can't like use my elliptical or go to like a aqua exercise class, or I was like looking forward to like getting back on the train for January, right? And she's like, well, she's like a normal sized person. She's not super skinny, and she's like, well, it's not really about exercise, it's about diet. And I was just like, I want to kick you in the face right now. My foot is in your hand. Like, I feel like kicking you in the face. But I didn't kick her in the face. Like, she was being nice. And I was like, yeah, I know. Like,
I can't do anything because I can't exercise.
Yeah. I'm like, because I can't exercise, I'm eating a pizza every night this week. And 2 bottles of wine. But she's like, it's about diet. I'm like, I know it's about diet. I just feel better when I feel better mentally when I'm like on track with like trying to do like, I'm not doing a lot, people, like just like the elliptical a couple times a week, like, let's just
come on, people.
Just try and get some
I'm not
steps.
doing anything. So I got sick with a cold, which is not that bad, but I've been out of commission for a few days, and it's like turning into like a sinus infection, I think, which is cool.
Because Shauna can't just get sick. Like, it must turn into something else. So if it doesn't turn into like pneumonia or bronchitis.
Okay, no, not those things.
Well,
those
I'm
are
just
much worse.
going to the extreme. Like,
yeah.
My sister's that way too. She can't get a cold. It has to turn into pneumonia.
It's because my face won't
Because you guys
drain.
are show-offs.
It's just like my sinuses. I had like a roto-rooter sinus thing a few years ago.
Is that what the official name is?
No.
Roto-rooter?
But it's like what it is, right?
They
like
stick a coil up your nose. And...
Yeah, it's really comfortable. And it feels weird, but... Well, anyway, they like numb it and stuff. But I think I might need a tune-up because now my face isn't draining again. I mean, my sinuses aren't.
Tune up on your face.
My face is draining.
Your face is so swollen. I didn't want to say anything. But...
So it feels like my face is swollen. Anyway, but whatever. That's just like... So anyway, we just have like lots of excuses.
We have a lot of problems.
Oh my God. So you know what? We're just going to move on because
we're starting over.
2020.
We have new calendars.
We got these new planners that are like... Bloom. Oh, and we were gonna do a quote, but then I just asked you about your foot, and then we just got off on that.
My bad.
I can't turn my face, so I'm gonna put it in front of me
because your head's so swollen. Oh wait, no.
So here's our Bloom calendar that we write our schedule in, and that will keep us on track for the podcast. Okay, here's the quote: "Setting goals is the first step in turning the invisible into the visible." Tony Robbins.
Speaking of
so we're gonna
stationary bikes or whatever that thing is. Doesn't he do those infomercials where
Tony Robbins is the walk across coals guy.
Oh, I was thinking it was the infomercial guy that screams at the screen with a mullet and he rides that rider
thing.
I
don't know what that is.
Oh,
Tony
Never
Robbins
mind.
is really like
Everybody's
a
like,
famous South
"Really,
Help
Trisha?"
person. Like, you
No,
know who
I
he
get
is.
it. No,
Yeah.
I get it now. I don't know why I pictured that guy.
That's really funny though.
You ever seen that infomercial where it's like a, God damn it. I need to like find
She's
it for
gonna
you.
like
I'm not
act
gonna
it
do
out
right
for
now.
me. Okay.
Okay, so this calendar, Shauna didn't read the first couple pages, but it says some years are glowing, or I'm sorry, I can't read the font. Some years are growing, but this one is for blooming.
This is blooming.
It's a blooming year. So this is the blooming onion of
I
calendars.
was just gonna say not to be confused with the blooming onion,
I'm
which
like,
we wish we could eat,
I
but we're
would
not
eat
going
that
to.
right now. So
God, we
it's
get
very
that delivered.
gorgeous with like lovely flowers everywhere. So, yeah. So there's a whole section in the front under the Tony Robbins, not the elliptical infomercial guy. Somebody knows who I'm talking about. I know who you are, Kayla. Anyways,
Somebody's walking, yelling this out. That guy. Nobody knows that guy's name.
It's like Tony something, I think. It's not Tony. It's Tony Robbins with one B. Just kidding. So I had to peel the sticker off the back because I
was
have to do that immediately.
No, you know what? When you did that, I was like, I want to do that, and then I was like, I should not.
And it's a good one. I love a good sticker
they
that
come
peels off.
so good. You know, to like sit
That
here and scratch it
immediately-
and ruin your nails for
I
like
hate
20
it.
minutes.
I hate it when labels won't unstick. Okay. So there's a whole section, 5 goals for this year, and then a whole bunch of other things. So we're going to do that right now together as a
And
pledge on this podcast right now.
So it's going to be written down, and so then we have to do it.
It means it's going to be visible to us, and that means it is so. Also, you know, your ideas are invisible, so to speak, until you write them down and make them visible.
Until they're visible.
I just turned it around.
Look at you.
Turn the quote around.
It's like Tony Robbins. Watch out, because
So-
we're on your heels right now.
What are our 5 goals for this year? Well, I guess we'll do it as the podcast, not as ourselves.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
it's
as
gotta
ourselves
be.
on the podcast.
Well, I guess, yeah, okay.
It's okay if
I
you want to
started
read. I want to
doing
read
some
those
of them.
books too. It's not fair that you started filling yours in before me, though.
You went to the bathroom and I had nothing to do, and I can't
You were so
be bored
bored.
for like 30 seconds. I have to always be doing something.
All right. So what is our goal? I would say
To put,
do
to
the
put episodes
do
out.
the podcast every week. Podcast weekly. Okay.
Done.
Another
Number
goal.
1 goal.
Number 2 goal is
Dead
out.
air.
I'll cut that out. No, I was thinking.
No, I like that it was silent. because
We didn't
it was
think about it at all. So there you go.
This is what happens
So-
when you brainstorm live.
Live
On
brainstorming.
I mean, live, whatever that means. But
There's a show we used to watch called like something Movers, and it was like a bunch of dads. It's for kids with like puppets, and they would do this thing, and it was like the brainstorm song, and it was like when you brainstorm. Like I should find it, and I'll
sounds
put it.
good.
I'll put it in this part. I'll just like undercut it and put it underneath this whole part, just like.
Okay, so the goal is for Trisha to not spend too much time editing.
We need good ideas and we need them now. So put your heads together and we'll write them down. There's no bad ideas when you're brainstorming. I can count on you.
Well,
Oh, so a goal is to make money so we can hire somebody to edit.
okay, so monetize this bitch.
Oh yeah, monetize.
Monetize
this
stuff.
bitch.
This bitch.
Right.
You wrote this bitch.
Yeah.
Good. I wrote stuff. I should cross it off and write this bitch. Okay. And then the website, which there isn't one
Oh,
right
make
now.
a website.
Website.
No, make a press kit. I think we should make a press kit before a website.
Okay, press kit first. How about press kit, then website, then merch?
Are they all together or are they all number 3?
No, that was number 4, number 5.
Okay, so press kit, website, merch.
And merch, which I started on and never finished, so that's good.
Does anybody want merch? Anybody want some Write It Bitch stuff?
Some people want merch, and they probably would have bought it at Christmas, but I didn't get my shit together, so sorry.
You know what? It was a lot.
We're also part of a network called Podfix, which you may or may not know about. and
Except it's always at the end. So everyone should know it.
podfix.com. Lots of other great shows and to listen to and partnerships there. And we're doing some collaborative work on the Podfix network feed. There's like a Podfix podcast on iTunes. And so there'll be some collaborations like
Yes.
different like we're calling it like the mixtape episode every month, where it's like different clips from all the different shows, including ours. We're going to do like a Podfix like interviews
Extravaganza
with different podcasts in the network that we'll be a part of, and partnering with other shows. And we've partnered with some of the other shows like Gravity Beard and Pop-Up Filmcast like in the past, but just to keep an eye out for that, and we'll put it out on social media. But that's something that'll be happening that's new this year with the network.
No. Is
And,
that a thing to look forward to?
That would be a thing to look forward to.
So moving into the other space of this. So we've done our 5 goals, which is do the podcast weekly, monetize this bitch, do a press kit, do a website, and make merch. But that's for the whole year, everybody.
Yeah.
So it's not going to happen like...
It's going to all be done by February.
It is not going to be done by February
next
1st.
year. Podfix Network collaboration is what I put.
So that's something to look forward to.
Look
There's
forward
this
to that.
Podfix. Oh my God, I can't spell.
And then
Collaboration.
And then we've got a number of other shows we want to collaborate with. Like we were recently on Mother May I Sleep With podcasts with Molly, and she's going to be on our show in the next few months.
Oh yeah, we need to schedule that.
You know, we're
Did I
trying to
tell you
schedule that.
She like messaged us.
Yeah. She's like, get on this, bitch.
No, and then I had a nightmare that I was on her show and I didn't watch the movie and I was trying to like fake it, and like that was weird. But anyway, you're in our thoughts, Malls. Yeah, but anyway, so yeah, that was fun. You guys go listen to that crazy, silly movie. Go watch the movie also.
Yeah, that was really a fun experience.
Mother May I Sleep With podcast. Okay, so now Podfix collaboration. What else do we have to look forward to?
Malls is going to be on our show.
Oh, Malls on our show.
Yup. And then
What
there's a couple
else?
other sort of collaborations or interviews for the future. But I don't want to say them all yet. But
Can I say the thing about the other thing?
yes, you may.
We're gonna. Well, I guess you'll just cut it out.
No, say it. What?
That we're gonna launch another podcast.
Oh yeah, you can say that. I didn't know what you were gonna say. I was like, maybe
About the other. You're like,
I
that
was
could be
like-
so many things.
I was like, what?
We're launching another podcast, everybody, even though we can't get this one done. Because that's the way that we work. Yeah, we're going to do that, though. Should we talk about it or not?
Yeah, talk about it.
All right. So, you may have heard us talk about how, like, we've gained some weight.
How I don't run marathons.
And,
Tony Little. That's the infomercial guy.
Tony
Sorry,
Little.
I figured it out.
That is not Tony Robbins, though.
The
Like Rich
gazelle.
Little. Oh, the gazelle.
Don't get afraid now. I'm gonna put
Does he
my
have a mullet?
100%
Oh,
he has a mullet.
yeah, for sure. He totally does. Okay. Very different than Tony Robbins.
Okay, that is like hashtag Me Too action right there. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah,
He
he's
is
kind of too close to her.
Mounted the gazelle
You need to post
with
that.
a woman in front of him, and he's like behind her doing
But
the
she
gazelle.
was like not really wanting that.
not ready for that to happen, and that there's a lot of awkward touching occurring
very
in his
awkward.
short as fuck shorts.
Okay.
Okay,
So
sorry.
that's Tony Little.
I'm glad I figured that out. Well, you were talking about dieting, and I figured, this gazelle might
you
be
might not want to
something we need.
support the gazelle because
That was gross.
It looks
I
really
don't know where
disturbing.
that was from, but I am.
It looks kind of old. I mean,
as-
not to say that makes it
It's only
better.
3 years ago. Well,
Oh, shit.
on YouTube. Let's see.
Oh.
Published 3 years ago. So I don't know. Yeah, hilarious moments from is probably from the 80s, from the fitness guru.
Not the 80s. Because that's a pretty
90s?
sharp video for the 80s.
Yeah, I don't know when it's from.
Okay, anyway.
Moving on.
We're really going to get stuck on that.
Procrastination station.
We're launching another podcast. It's going to be called Two Girls on a Bench on a Diet.
We worked really hard on that name. So
We really did,
if
actually.
you have a better idea, we kind of don't want to know.
Don't tell us. Because
kidding.
we texted each other a lot of really stupid ideas. So, so we're going to be on a diet and we're going to talk about it. But we're not going to do it on this podcast because we know this is for writing and... You know, we know that not everyone that's interested in writing is interested in hearing about dieting.
Our food adventures.
Yeah. I mean, you know, and we do talk about our food adventures and we're going to have a really cool snack book today. But
this
and
is
we
more
will,
about like maintaining health.
I mean, yeah, sure. Also, like, but I'm just gonna say, like, it's like that
They
thing
make it sound more lame.
where it's like wellness and I'm like, you know what? We're just on a diet.
We're gonna
okay?
be well.
We need to lose weight.
We need to
and that's
just
it.
be able to walk without panting, okay? And maybe be able to walk, period, because apparently I can't do that correctly. So, you know.
So that's like what we're gonna do, and it's just gonna be like no holds barred.
Yes.
You know, just really honest.
Yeah, no, we're just going to let out. I mean, we hold back a little bit of stuff from you guys, like, on this podcast, even though it doesn't feel like it. But we do. And so, yeah, we're just going to really be, like, it's going to be a little more therapeutic, I think, when it gets into our
Well, 'cause a lot of that
psyches of
shit
like
is
what we're trying to
about-
do. Yeah.
Most of the time, like when you like gain weight or have bad habits or whatever, it's because of like stress or shit went wrong in your life or whatever.
100%. Yeah.
So anyway, it's gonna be great, and we're gonna let you know when it comes out.
Whoop. It's going to be in progress for a while, and then we're going to be able to release it a little bit like after the fact, kind of a.
Yeah,
I'll cut
like
that
we'll
out. Should I
already
cut
be
that out?
like
No.
really skinny.
We'll be so skinny, and you'll be like, "What happened? Were they on a diet?" And then our new podcast called "On a Diet" is going to come out, and then you're going to
and
be
you'll be like,
"Oh,
oh, that's what happened.
what diet did they do? I need to listen to that podcast." And then you'll be like, all over it,
Oh my god! It's
and I'll be
gonna
like, "It's
so
because
good.
of my gazelle." Just kidding. Tony Little is not Tony Robbins. Okay,
Remember Rich Little? He
from
was like-
school.
No.
Oh.
No. But that's a different Rich. No, Rich Little was like an impressionist. He was like a comedian and he used to do like impressions of everyone like in the 80s.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
that was weird that I just thought of him. Oh my God. Okay.
So new things I would like to try.
We want to try aqua. Well, this has nothing to do with the podcast, but we want to try aqua Zumba.
Aqua Zumba. Aqua Zumba when Trisha can use her foot again.
But what do we want to try for the podcast? Oh, I got these cool cards.
I wrote it down.
No, I wrote it down too.
I want
Whatever.
to try and use my new Instapot I got for Christmas. That's not for the podcast. That's
Well,
just
unless
for
we
me.
use it for a snack book, maybe.
Yeah, I would make some chili for a snack book or something.
I don't know.
It's happened before.
We can make it fit together. Okay. Aqua Zumba.
New things I'd like to try.
Like writing things.
Yes. So I would like to try to take one of our scripts and translate it into a audio drama script. So take one of our plays, and like write it into an audio drama.
One of our plays? Which one?
The Waiting Room.
Oh, I thought you meant one that like we already had finished.
We did finish that one.
Oh yeah.
We did.
Yeah, we have it. Yeah, but we have to write it as an audio drama.
Yeah.
But we also like decided we were going to change it a lot because we would need to.
be for an audio drama. But I'd like to do that project.
I was like Mr. Coconut.
No.
When you said that, I was like not sure what you were talking about.
Oh no, I just want to.
We
I
wrote
want
a play called The Adventures of Mr. Coconut. So
Yeah.
it was a children's
It
play.
could have been that.
And I was confused. The pharmacy's calling me. I'm busy right now.
Yeah. No, I just want to. I want to like put that out there as like something we can work on this
Oh,
year.
yeah.
Not maybe produce that audio drama yet, but I would like to just get the script ready.
We should just
Yeah.
write.
I know.
What?
So as a writing goal, when you said that, that's the first thing that
Oh,
came in my head.
yes.
So,
Write the script. If we just write the script this year, that would be
right?
a big accomplishment. Okay, books I would like to read. So we're just going through this stupid list, as you can probably tell. Okay, Books I put The Handmaid's Tale because I'm reading the actual book, not the first Handmaid's Tale, the new one. I don't know what it's called. Handmaid's Tale Part 2. I don't know.
Redemption or something. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Trish already listened to it,
So
but I'm
good.
just like I'm trying to read.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
with my eyes
Yeah.
and like I used to
Yeah.
my whole life. And then I'm listening to Pema Chodron. I don't know how to say her name. She's a Buddhist monk, and she's written all
No,
these
I
cool
love her. I
books.
downloaded all of her books
I've
after I
been
listened to
listening-
somebody act like they were her on the Project Woo Woo.
Oh,
Someone came on
I
as
love
Pima,
her.
and I was like, "Who is this like guru woman?" I wanted to listen to everything she's ever written.
I have her books in it, but I
I
thought I
downloaded
would...
all of them on Audible.
Oh, did you? Yeah, I downloaded When Things Fall Apart. That's the first one that I read,
Yep.
and then I had a couple of other ones. I don't know what happened to my written copies of like anything. I don't know where my books are, but
Probably a box somewhere.
but
in the
I
garage.
bought this cool thing that I like. Nobody bought it for me, so I just bought it for myself.
Good.
It's a okay. It's a mask, an eye mask, but it has earphones built into it. So like a Bluetooth earphones, and so you can sleep and like lay down because
And
they're
listen-
flat.
listen
I don't know how to
to-
describe that.
But what do you listen to while you're
Books,
sleeping?
audiobooks.
Oh, so you can kind of like
Because you
as
can
you're
do a
going to bed at
timer
night,
on Audible where you like 30 minutes. And so like I'm trying to fall asleep to like
Reading a
something
book.
good.
It's called The Testament, the Margaret Atwood book.
The Testaments.
It's very good.
It's so
Look,
fucking good.
Pima is on my list right here. I've like, and she narrates them. I bought like her whole set.
She doesn't narrate the one I'm listening to, and I'm not sure why. But anyway, this is like, sorry guys, I feel like we're like way all over the place. Okay, so
Oh, no, it's okay. Did you read Yes Please by Amy Poehler?
no, I have it, but I haven't listened.
If you listen to it,
I have
yeah,
it to
it's
listen to.
really good. And then
We're
I
doing
have
a lot of
bunch.
listening, but like I'm just trying to
know.
like read books at night because I look at too many screens, and I know that's part of my sleeping problem.
me too.
Like, so anyway, we'll
So
see.
I've been rereading children's books actually, and so I reread A Wrinkle in Time,
Oh, nice.
and then my daughter has. I've never read the Harry Potter books. I know that's weird. I know.
No, I haven't read them.
Lots of
I just
people
saw
are,
the
like, obsessed with
movies.
it.
I cheated.
I
We were kind of old when it
barely
came
saw
out.
the movie. So
Yeah.
my daughter's 9, and she's not a big reader because she just isn't like.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Like she's also doing engineering projects in school, so I didn't do that when I was 9. So, anyways, so I'm reading some books. Like I started the Harry Potter book, and I'm like trying to read stuff that she'll be interested in reading.
But you're reading it by yourself.
First, because
Oh.
okay, so one of the ones I started rereading is Anne of Green Gables. Lovely, love that book, love the series. It's very dense. We started reading it aloud, and I was like, it sounds like I'm speaking in old English.
Oh, weird.
It's weird. And so I remember reading and loving that book. I don't remember what age. Do you? Junior high? I feel like elementary school.
I don't remember.
So I was like shocked that she wasn't like into reading it, and then I started reading it, and I'm like, oh, this is kind of hard to understand. Like every other sentence, I'm having to
I think she's
explain
a little
something.
young.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's more like
So,
maybe like middle school.
I'm just trying to get into like novels that I think she'll like, so that she can get that bug. You know
That's
what I mean?
cool.
Like, so I've just been kind of reading
It's also
pieces
kind of fun
things.
to like reread stuff.
It is.
you
So
like.
then I'm doing that in that half hour before bed. So then it's like I fall
Oh.
asleep like reading
Look at you.
one of those. So the other books that I've been reading, I've actually been listening to, and that's like mostly when I'm driving or doing the dishes, which it seems to be like a never-ending process.
It's pretty much all. Yeah, it's rough. Okay,
All
so
right.
places to visit. I put the beach because we went to the beach last year
Yeah, it
and
was
like
fun.
podcasted, and it was really funny. And we just won't take the scary road back this time.
At least not if it's dark.
I want to visit the Patron. Oh, the Padre. I always call it the Patron. The Padre Hotel in the Haunted Hotel.
Bakersfield?
Yeah,
Okay.
because we were gonna go. Like
yeah.
we were talking
record
about
there.
it, and then
Yeah,
we
yeah.
didn't do it. And that just sounds funny. Like that's a funny goal to have randomly.
I like it.
Because it's like slightly attainable. Because it's not like I'm gonna go to Europe.
Chicago.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
like well, I went to Europe. I went further.
I know. I want to go to Europe.
But you know what I mean. Like
I think that's good. I think that's really good. I'd like to try and go to more, like if there's like a gathering, like a Lady Pod Squad gathering, or like even
pod.
pod type
gatherings.
things.
Pod
Yes.
gatherings. It sounds
Sounds
like,
like
we're gonna,
aliens.
Yeah, that's cool. I like aliens.
Pod gatherings. And
All
maybe a
right.
festival.
These
we'll
last
see.
2 things can we skip because I just can't right now with this. Okay.
Yeah, we can skip that.
So that's it.
That's
okay,
it.
so we're done. We've got all our
And that
goals.
was a long amount of time. Sorry about that.
We're gonna have to. You're maybe gonna have to edit some
gonna
of that.
have to catch up with us here.
Hardcore. We're all catching up together.
All right.
So now we're gonna do a snack book.
Give me that snack book.
This is a great snack book.
Snack book. It's something we've never done before. Oh wait, what? Well, we've never done it this way before.
We've opened the year with our favorite snack, or I mean, I can't speak for you, but I'm speaking for
It
myself.
is my favorite
It is
snack.
okay,
Yeah.
good. I just
I mean,
assumed
it's
that.
not like my favorite like treat. It's my favorite snack. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like, yeah.
So we're talking about the only popcorn.
Popcorn.
So Trisha got a present.
I did.
Talk about it, and I'm gonna eat popcorn while you do.
I got something called a whirly pop, which is like a very fragile tin feeling thing with a wind up that you like. It does that little spinner thing inside the pan, like you see at the movie theater, like that pan that flips the popcorn over.
It's a little contraption.
Yeah, so it's like the old fashioned, like old timey ice cream maker whirly pop thing. I don't know. It's not an ice cream maker.
But like the one that you had to
it's
crank.
cute.
I know what you're saying.
So, a present from my boss, pretty cute. Came with 2 little popcorn bowls. They were too little, so we had to use a big bowl.
Yeah, we're like, what's this little bowl for?
We're like, we didn't have all these
The
are, like,
butter I'm gonna
cereal
melt.
bowls. Yeah. So anyways, they're also ceramic, so I don't know about handing them
we
to my
can't really be
kids.
trusted with it ourselves
We cannot
either.
have, we both have plastic cups right now, like in
Yeah.
a plastic bowl. Like,
No, we can't.
We cannot have glass things.
You don't want to have that around electronics. Just kidding.
You don't want to spill things.
I don't know. Where I was going with
You want to
that.
spill popcorn on your computer? Oh wait.
So Trisha
Anyways.
whirled it the whole
I did it.
time.
We videoed it on Chana's phone. We time lapse videoed it. Luckily, because
Because
otherwise
it takes a long ass time.
And you know how long it takes because on a time lapse things go really fast, and I am cranking that thing for like a while in that
and nothing
video.
happens. And then it's
Yeah.
like it takes a long time. And then the little whisk thing on the inside, it doesn't touch the popcorn.
Not at all.
So I don't know if it's just swirling the air around.
I think it's
Is that
swirling
what
the
it
air
is?
around.
The heat.
I don't know. The popcorn popped up lovely.
So when you make popcorn in a pan, it also does that.
Yeah, you use a
But you
lid,
don't have a crank.
and you kind of shake. When I do it in a pan, like when
I
we used to
shake
live,
it
yeah,
too.
when
Yeah.
you taught me how, and then I got better at it than you used to make me make the popcorn.
You don't need to say that every time.
I like it. It's a cute story. So, anyways, so you shake the pan, and then you let the lid like rise up with the popcorn,
And then you dump a
pour
little
it
out.
into. It has a handle that
Yeah.
you can pour. This pan with the whirly pop, it has the funky lid, like one half
It
opens.
doesn't. It's so hard
There's
to dump it
nothing to
out.
grab the pan with, so you can't pull the lid off because the whisk thing pulls popcorn out with it. So then when I went to dump it into the bowl, like it was just like really awkward.
It was a big mess.
I would say whirly pop. You need to put a handle on the side.
Yeah,
like
a handle would make all the
wooden
difference.
handle, not
Yeah.
a heat, because everything is very hot. Also, as I'm whirling it, oil is popping out of the gaps in the top, hitting my hand. I'm like,
burning you.
come here, children, whirl the whirly pop and scald yourself. Like,
my
anyways,
God.
so the popcorn did come out great. But I think the problem with us is that we know how to make popcorn come out great out of the
so
microwave,
maybe if you don't,
out of a
you
pan.
need this.
Or
I
it's
don't
like
know.
I think
Who
it's
needs this?
It's a novelty thing.
It's
I think
just
it's
cute.
like a little popcorn machine you have. Like it's just like a novelty. Like
yeah, but the
fun.
popcorn machine is cool.
Yeah, because it fills up with popcorn. And I almost regifted this to Shauna, and I'm glad I didn't because she really has a lot of hate for it.
Well, it's just such a pain. It's like a big thing
It
you have to
is.
wash now.
Yeah.
And then it has all these pieces to it.
Yeah.
And then the popcorn's just like how it always is. It's
Yeah.
like I'm not like, oh my God, it tastes so much better.
so
or
much
like
better.
it's fine. I mean, it's good.
It's just popcorn.
but it's just popcorn.
And we
It's
both
not-
have those like microwave popcorn makers that we use. I use mine like almost every night. You could throw it in the dishwasher. If it won't fit in the dishwasher, you can collapse it and put it in the
I
dishwasher.
know. You're like an ad for that
it
one.
is like
So I've just like
it's amazeballs.
resorted to like eating
I
like
just do
microwave
that.
popcorn because I
Well,
just can't even do anything anymore.
microwave popcorn's fine. Sometimes like there's an aftertaste on some of them. Like I don't know. Like I do like the fresh popcorn.
No, I do too.
And
I
so
mean,
do
there's
you.
nothing
Yeah.
like it. It's much better
But
than microwave.
this is, delicious
It's
popcorn.
fine.
The Whirly Pop. I don't know.
Did we need a big contraption?
It was. I left a really large mess on the counter. After.
Yeah, it was like
there's just
oil everywhere.
splashing everywhere. To take the lid out, and inside the lid and a little whisk thing that spins around, they're full of oil. So you have to, once you try the popcorn out of the hot pan where it's starting to burn on the bottom, and it stayed hot for a long time because I was like, we could pour the popcorn back into this to mix like butter in it.
Yeah.
And it was too hot to touch. If that thing just
And
had
there's
like
no handles.
2 little handles, I could like shake it up and make
So
popcorn
engineers.
in there. You
Also,
have a
we
job
just,
to do.
you know what? We just don't need this. I'm sorry.
know,
I'm sorry, Whirly Pop. If you have a way to convince us, Whirly Pop,
Please. We will
send us
sponsor your ass.
something new. We
Tell
will
us.
sponsor you, or they will sponsor us.
Wait, you will sponsor our ass. Oh, I said that wrong. We will not.
We will sponsor. Like we're gonna give them money so they can fix it.
No, I mean like we will promote your ass if you tell us how to make it work better, Whirly Pop. Like we're putting the gauntlet down right now.
I mean, there's no way.
Also,
It's a flaw. It's a design
try.
flaw.
We will try your new additions of this product, fixing it the way we have asked. I will do that for you, Whirly Pop.
Whirly Pop's not gonna do it.
Give us some money, and we will say better things about your popper.
That
Should I
sounds like
tag Whirly Pop on all of this?
extortion.
I know, right? Blackmail
Maybe
much?
cut that out.
I was just kidding.
I know.
I think I could cut it out. Whirly Pop is not going to listen to
Whirly
this.
Pop does not
Like
care
the entity
about us.
that is Whirly Pop. I mean, they must be making money.
Whirly Pop is like this big
This is
conglomeration.
conglomeration.
Like Whirly.
It's all like when the world like ends and the bombs drop. It's all like who was behind it, and everybody's like Whirly Pop. We're like we never knew.
Whirly
It was the
Pop.
perfect cover.
And it's like
Awkward
some like
popcorn makers from
Yeah.
the past.
and like who's there? It's like, some like Orville Redenbacher guy. Just now when I said Orville Redenbacher, that you know who I was thinking of, the KFC guy.
That's who I pictured too. And then I corrected it in my head to like the popcorn picture. That's so funny. I totally saw the KFC guy, the little white haired guy.
Yeah, that's the first thing that came to my mind. And then I was like, no, Orville Redenbacher. He was actually kind of sweet.
Yeah.
Remember? He
Yeah.
was like to his commercials. All right, now we're going to do a writing prompt, everybody.
Okay. Bye.
Write it, bitch.
Trisha's been making plans to re-gift the Whirly Pop while we paused for
It's
a
already
moment.
used, so now I have to like make up some story about how I was vintage shopping or thrifting and how I found it, and I was like,
We'll just have to,
an old fashioned
bang it
Whirly
up.
Pop.
It
Yeah, I
smells
could
like
like
oil.
hammer the outside a little bit, make it look used, and then I'll just be like, I'll give it to my sister, I think, and I'll be like, hey, she doesn't listen to the show, so there you go. That's what you get.
Surprise!
That's what you get, guys. If you
You
don't.
get an old
You
Whirly
get a
Pop.
used Whirly Pop that I'm giving you because I don't want it. Anyways,
All right.
just
So,
kidding. Maybe I'll
we
have
did a writing
garage
prompt.
sale.
And yeah. Actually, you should.
I have a lot of
No,
stuff.
it's so annoying. I hate garage sales.
It is. I'm like, I'd rather give everything to Goodwill. I have 5 boxes of toys to
It's
give
like
away.
that scene in Napoleon Dynamite when he's doing the chicken thing.
Yeah.
And then the guy like pays him and he's like, that's like $1 an hour. That's like what a
Yep.
garage sale is.
Yep.
Because it's like
So much work.
you put so much effort into organizing it. Remember, we did one when we were younger
Oh, yeah.
together.
We did a couple
And
together.
we drank the whole time because it was
Yeah,
so
we-
boring.
We made Bloody Marys.
Yeah, and we sat on our my front yard.
We started at like 6 in the morning, and it took.
and
it-
we made like
we
$50.
We still put. It probably paid for our snacks for the day.
Maybe.
And then we put everything at the end on the curb, and it got picked through and taken away.
it
And
was so stupid.
if I was shopping garage sales, I would just go at like 6 o'clock and hit the free shit on the curbs. I mean, there you go.
I mean, there's a tip.
Just at that
everybody.
point, everybody's
Okay?
given up
No, everyone's
that you're gonna buy their old
unless they
used
do
shit.
them. I don't know. People have a thing where they
Yeah.
do these things regularly.
My driveway is so angled. I don't know how we could have a garage sale because everything would just roll down into the street.
Don't do that. That would be a bad idea.
It
Okay.
wouldn't work.
So now I've lost the writing prompt because I was using my phone as a timer.
Oops. I
okay,
lost
so we
my
put
phone.
it.
So
We put it out to the benchlings, and
writing
said,
prompt.
you guys get to do the prompt. You write it, and we'll do it. And this was on December 14th.
So a month ago. Great.
So thank you everybody for doing it. We picked 2. So we picked, not that we have favorite bunchlings, but
Shh.
people
You know
that,
who you are.
people that are often engaged. How about that? So Trisha's gonna do hers. Here, this prompt
I'm
came
doing Kayla's. You
from
didn't say her name.
Kayla.
Oh, okay.
No, I was
Oh.
I was working up to it. Kayla gave us a very good writing prompt, and I'm going to read it, and then Trisha's going to read hers. And then there's another writing prompt from another person, and I'll build that one up really big, and then I'll do it.
I'm not going to say anything.
All right. Here's the prompt from Kayla. After countless attempts to get the kids to clean their rooms, Mom decides to take matters in her own hands. When she finds a shoebox nestled in the closet, she opens it and is surprised to find ...
I finally ripped it all apart. I put the planes in one box, the cars in another, Legos off the goddamn floor, clothes in dressers with the drawers closed for once. I'll just make them maintain it, I ranted stupidly, knowing the truth was I'd be doing this again in a month. Then, digging through unmatched pajamas and socks, I found it. Unremarkable at first. I was pretty sure it held the $80 cleats my daughter wore for a 1-month jaunt in softball that she hated. But no, it was different. Labeled in odd writing I didn't recognize. What the hell is this? I opened it slowly, recalling the amount of half-eaten granola bars that were moldy I just cleaned out of my son's play kitchen. Gross. Inside, nestled in a worn piece of newspaper, there was a wand. It was not some old toy used once. It was like ancient, like antique. I picked it up and just on a whim, I pointed it at the unmade bed, and there was a flash. And... ...
Oh, you didn't finish it.
I didn't finish it.
What?
But you were like, I was like struggling. Sean was like, what would you wish for? And I'm like, a fucking wand that I could just like make things like organized. Just like, boom, make it so.
That's
like,
awesome.
yeah, so that's what it is. But
you,
I mean, you get the
I
point.
made you stop.
I had to stop. But you get the point, right?
Yes. I want that one.
This is very appropriate, Kayla, because I literally spent the whole weekend cleaning out this extra room we have that's a playroom.
But she did not find a wand, unfortunately.
No, I
'Cause
didn't
that
find
would
a
have
wand.
been amazing. Okay, mine is like bizarre. But anyway, we're not supposed to do this. I'm doing
Stop
it.
disclaiming.
Okay. Bret-Jordan sent the following prompt that I am going to do. All the stockings were hung by the chimney with care when a knock was heard at the front door. ... So this is mine. 2 men in black suits stood at the door. We need to move you to an undisclosed location. They grabbed my arm and blindfolded me and put me into a car. But I haven't finished wrapping all the presents, I said in a panicked tone. You were too valuable to leave you here, ma'am. We're sorry, but we have to go. We drove for a while. I knew why they were doing this. It was the aliens. They whisked me out of the car and pulled me into a bunker. I watched as computers beeped, and then a military-dressed woman came up to me and said, well, I guess you've done it this time, Gildard. Looks like the aliens have captured Santa. Sorry, I said bashfully.
That's amazing. What are you talking about? You were like, this is stupid. This is dumb. That was so good. That was so good.
A military-dressed woman?
I love it. Whatever.
I
knew
couldn't
exactly
think of how to say that.
Okay,
There's
I knew-
probably a better way to say that.
But I knew exactly what she looked like when you
Okay,
said that.
good.
You know what I mean? Like, that's all that matters is I saw it in my head. Like, I saw everything you said. I was like, oh my God, this is so good. And I love that you were just all like, oops. I love
I
it.
started watching the X-Files again
Well,
while
yeah.
I was sick.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good rewatch.
It is, and I can just go through and just pick
Any.
the episodes that I like. Well,
Yeah.
not any, because some I'm like, oh, that's tedious. So now I go through and just look for ones that I know I like or that I don't remember.
Yeah. That was hilarious. Yay. That was
Yay!
really
I'm
good.
inspired by
Well,
my friends.
You kidding? All I wrote about was actually what I did yesterday. Like,
Well, write what you know.
I
Trisha.
know,
And
right?
apparently, I know about aliens.
you do. You do. I love
don't
it.
know.
I love it. That was great.
All right, everybody. Well, this is kind of Is this all we got?
That's all we got today. But
That was a lot.
it was a lot
We
of
gave you
catching
a
up.
bunch of goals.
A lot of catching up to do. And
We did a writing prompt. We
I,
ate a snack.
you know what? One thing I want to
Oh.
commit to
Oh,
that we
okay.
didn't commit to earlier, I would like to pull pee-pee law back out. That sounded lecherous.
That was a really good way to say that.
But pee-pee law, for those of you who didn't listen to earlier episodes, maybe like in the very beginning, like the first 10 or whatever, is a book that captured all of our trips we took together, and we wrote stories in them of what was actually happening. And that's like where our observation based like sort of comedy voice came from, like sitting on a bench, weird
Yeah.
shit happens. We have one story we could tell real quick now about
Oh.
what happened when we went to.
Isn't there like audio of us talking drunk though that we need to play? Should
I
we
could
put
put
that at
that
the
in.
end? You
I
want to
can
put it at the
in.
end?
Can I? You never answered me when I
I
asked
never
you.
listened to it because I was afraid.
Oh, you should listen to it
okay,
before
now
you
I'm
commit.
committed.
All right, cool.
Actually, I was told it wasn't that bad.
it's not that
Okay,
bad.
so here's what happened really
it's all
quick.
secretive.
I
Everybody's
know.
like, what are you talking
They're
about?
like, why are they speaking in code?
But so I want to do more of that, like observational stories. So pee-pee law being sort of the representation of that. But here's one right now. I don't have a intro for it, but let's just tell it.
Should I just intro it?
Go for it.
Oh, like, what do you mean you
No,
don't
I
have an
don't,
intro for it? Oh, like a little like.
Now from pee-pee
Right,
law.
bitch.
Yeah, I can cut
Okay.
that out. Like whatever. Just tell the story.
So we decided on my birthday. Oh yeah, my birthday passed. Happy birthday to
Happy
me.
birthday.
And we went to get tattoos. And
We've been
so
talking about it for like a decade.
for like probably longer. And so we both got tattoos on our right arm, and mine says "This too shall pass."
Mine says change the channel, which is something my mom used to say about when things were hard.
Or "Hungry the handle."
Oh God. So we're looking at like all these pictures of fonts like with what we want to write, and some of them the C was minimized. So instead of, it was like that thing when you stare at a word too long, it starts to look like something else. Like we did a show once with the word enough, and it got stuck on the screen, and all Shauna and I could read was enaug.
Enaug.
If you're a visual word person, you know what this is like. So change the channel turned into Honge Handle. And I was like
And then I
petrified
got that in my head.
that was gonna like
And
look
some
like that.
days I would just have that in my head. Hungry
my
the
arm.
handle. Hungry the
Hungry the
handle. And I
handle.
was like, make it
It's
go
like
away.
now it's like the code word for change the channel. Well, you better hashtag Honge handle. So, anyways,
So we have a story about, so then we went and had some drinks at a local haunt that we used to go to when we were in college or maybe after college.
a lot of
mostly.
drinks.
We had
Like-
a lot of drinks and we hadn't eaten since like the morning.
Yeah, we had like a nice breakfast and like mimosas, and we went to the tattoo shop. Okay, so we were at the tattoo shop for like 7 hours.
Yeah, we were there for like a while.
So they were like, Jake will be done soon. And we were like, okay, cool. Jake wasn't done soon. Like it took a long time. I don't know what he was doing to that guy. I didn't really see the final piece on that one. We did
Was
see
that the Grim Reaper?
No, the Grim
Oh.
Reaper was Willie on the other side.
Oh, okay.
Jake, who has agreed to be on our podcast, by the
Oh
way.
my God, he's so nice.
He's a sweetheart. He's like a little 24-year-old baby.
Do we talk about that in the audio right now? I don't know.
I think we talk about we love him or whatever. But anyways,
you may have seen our picture on Instagram.
yeah, we
Okay.
put it out there. Shauna put it out there. So Jake wasn't ready for a long time, so we went outside. We were just kind of waiting outside, like it's a
Because
very
there
small
was
waiting
no
area.
waiting room. It was like one
So-
seat.
All these people start coming in. It gets really busy between like 4 and 6. I don't think our tattoo started until like 7, and we got there at like
I mean, and then it didn't take that
2.
long when we actually did
then it was over. Yeah, but the waiting was a while, like the waiting, and then we finally got to pick, how it was going to look and the sizing and all that, and then it got exciting. But in the meantime, some girls come in and they're sitting, and some people are getting piercings. They do that too, and we're outside, and this girl just like walks outside, and I thought she was going to like walk past us or like have a cigarette or something. Like she looked like I didn't know. And she
Yeah.
said she just walked right up to us and was like, "Can I ask you a question?"
And then it goes from there. Is that in the audio? What's in the audio? What are we talking about?
I don't know. I'll have to listen to it again and just like on the way home stuff
Oh, I thought we were talking about this.
about her.
No? I don't remember. We were kind of drunk.
I don't think so. Well, anyways, I was just going to tell it now. So
Just tell it.
her her name ends up to be like Allie or something, but she's like, she has short hair, and she's like, you guys, and we were like,
I
yeah,
forgot about this part.
and she's like, you guys look really nice, like you're just nice people, and fuck my friends in there, like they're just like, they won't tell me, and we're like, okay, what's going on? Like I thought she was gonna ask us about tattoos,
Yeah.
and she's like, should I pierce my nose? And I'm like, that's like the most modest thing you could do these days at this shop.
I mean,
like
seriously.
people are piercing like
People are
way
getting
more
their tongues pierced
yeah,
and then
and they're, like,
other stuff.
tendinium or whatever the part of your ear is called, or I don't remember.
Yeah, they kept saying it. We're all, what's
What's
that?
that?
What's
Yeah.
that? It's like the cartilage. in
Yeah,
your ear.
like a little part, like triangle part on the inside. So, anyways, she's like, okay, I knew what she was gonna say when she started disclaiming. She's like, I don't know, like I have short hair, and I don't know, just you think I'll look like, I don't know, like. I was like a lesbian? Like, what are you trying to say? And we're like, who cares?
We're like, also, it's
Nobody does that now.
2020 almost.
Nobody
it was a few
looks
days
at somebody.
Before. People don't do that anymore.
No, that was
And
like
she's
a
younger
90s.
And she's younger than us.
She's like a decade
And then
younger.
it was all about, she's like, well, I somewhat, like if it's on one side or
Yeah.
the other, and we're like, once
That's
again.
from like the 80s.
That's from like the 80s or 90s.
Like right is wrong, left is right,
Yeah.
or blah blah blah. Like
We
some
don't even
right
remember.
is gay, or I don't even know which one is which. Like, and so she's like, I'm like, nobody does that anymore. That's like from when
We're
we
like-
were in like junior high.
Yeah, we're like, nobody cares about anything. No one's going to care
no one
about
will
your
look at
nose
you
ring.
and say nose ring, short hair equals blah. Because people don't do that shit anymore. Like, thank goodness. But it used
But,
to be
like-
that way. But how
And
did
we're
she get
like,
that in her head?
I don't know. And I'm like, we live in California.
Maybe she was raised that way or
It
something.
must have been some deep-seated bullshit
don't know,
coming
but
out
she
at
kept
the
asking
fucking
us-
tattoo place.
We gave her our answer, and she just went on and on and on. And then it became quite clear that she was completely drunk. Like, I thought maybe she kind of had a speech impediment at first.
No, she was like
She's
kind of slurring our
drunk.
words. Yeah, like
no, she
and
was, and then she's like, I can't call my boyfriend because he doesn't let me drink when he's gone. And I was like, oh, she's drunk. She's completely drunk. And then she goes back inside, talks
Then
to her
she
friends.
comes out and tells us like she can't handle pain, and she's not going to have a
scared to death of
baby.
needles.
Yeah, because she's afraid to have a baby because she's afraid of pain.
But then
and then
she's
she
like,
came and told
I'm
us
a
that story again.
Yeah, and then she came back out and said, I'd be a fucking great mom. I want to have like 5 kids. I'm going to be a fucking awesome mom. And I'm like, yeah, just get a epidural. Like, I can't have needles. Needles freak me out. I will
So
scream.
then she's like, should I do it? And I was like, look, I watched one of my friends get a nose piercing. I said, so you need to find out if they're going to numb it or not. Because
Yeah.
I said, if you're really, really scared of pain, which you've told us 8,000 times.
so many times.
Like, you probably shouldn't do it if they can't numb it.
She wouldn't stay away from us. It was
She
like,
would not.
anytime we gave
let
her
us
an answer, she would just keep asking the same
It was
question.
kind of humorous, though. It
Oh, it was-
definitely
it
helped
made
us
the
pass
time
the
pass.
time. Yeah.
Well, she went back in, came back out, and she's like, they won't numb it. They won't numb it. What am I going to do? I'm going to pass out.
And she's like, they'll numb it in LA. Why won't they numb it in
Yeah,
Thousand
she was like
Oaks?
fighting with them, and they were like really nice guys. That
They're
worked,
all
the
super
and
chill.
girls that worked there. Everybody was so. We spent like hours with them. At the end, when we were each getting our tattoo, like one at a time, we just were like hanging out. Like this guy that works there brought out like
singing music.
cookies.
By the way, I got my tattoo to Stairway to Heaven.
yes, Stairway was
and
playing.
and Jimi Hendrix came on during yours, so we felt pretty fucking
we felt
badass.
cool. And
Yeah.
then we also were like making this really hardcore tattoo guy with like a huge beard and no hair laugh, which
yeah,
made
it was
me
kind
feel,
of our goal to make him laugh
I
at a
feel
certain point.
his name's like Willie. I felt like it was like cool if he
No, and he kept telling,
laugh.
and then he started telling us some story about some weird person. No,
Yeah.
I mean, you
They
hang
were,
out
like,
long enough,
telling
everyone
us,
will just like,
oh, this chick comes in all the time and she's like won't leave and brings her kid or all this stuff. Like, it was funny, and we felt like we knew them when we left. We were like, you guys are our family now.
I know. I was like, I just want to come
So-
back and like just get little tattoos all this time.
We're gonna get some more in the future, but
We
we
got
have to
some
meet some of these
goals.
goals, and then our
It's a
reward
reward,
is gonna be
yeah.
tattoos, which is, oh, my mom's probably like rolling her eyes somewhere.
No,
But-
she loves it. Hongi the Handle. It's in honor of Sue.
So anyways, so I'll play this audio, which I don't remember what it says, but we had way too many martinis, and then 2 very gluten-filled pretzels.
Yeah, because I was like, fuck it. It's my birthday. I'm going to have a big pretzel with cheese.
At first, Shauna didn't want to have anything to eat, and I'm like, "Can we get French fries?" And because it's like a pub, and then somebody next to us was eating this ginormous pretzel, and then it was somebody else's birthday, and we were like 3.5 martinis in, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's her birthday too!" And then Shauna went over to the guy whose birthday it was, who was like,
Everybody just looked at me. And then
Yeah.
a lady said to me, and he was a grown man, and then the
Yeah.
lady said to me, standing next to him, "How old are you?" And I'm like, nobody asks a woman my. It's not like I'm like
"Nobody
a
asked you
10-year-old.
how old you are over 30."
Yeah,
Like,
like when you're like, a kid, like, how old are you? I'm
you're
5.
21?
Yeah, or
Yeah.
whatever. When you're 46, I'm like 46.
You're
And then
like,
I was just like, why'd you ask me that?
seriously?
What a weird question. Not like, oh, it's your birthday too? Or did you just get a tattoo? No, I mean, I don't think I was wearing a long sleeve shirt at that
so
point. But
weird. Shauna just went over like, ready to party. Like, yeah, it's my birthday too. Like, and then she's like, "How old are you?"
I know. I
Maybe
was
she's like, "Why are you walking over here? How old are you?" Like, maybe it was
No,
sarcastic.
But she wasn't though.
It wasn't?
She was like like somebody's aunt.
She's
like
like,
it
"How
was
old are
a
you,
weird
honey?"
like family group at the pub. I
It
don't know.
was. No, we had to move. We were actually like intersecting 2 family parties that was supposed to be one.
We were like in the middle of them.
in this table area, and I was like, "We gotta move," because I think they're having a
because
family
it was
reunion.
starting to get really
around
awkward, and they
us.
were like kind of talking over us
Yeah.
too, and we're like, okay,
feel
we're
like
just
we're
gonna
in the
go to the
middle of this
bar,
party.
which was a better place
It
for
was
us,
good.
really. In the end,
we belonged at that bar, and then we drank all the martinis they had, and then as Shauna's husband Edgar had to pick us up because we're responsible, and we were going to call an Uber, but I don't even know if I would have been able to call an Uber at that point or a Lyft or whatever because I was so fucking drunk. I like fell down. You like tried to pick me up and scratched me like.
I don't even remember.
Oh yeah, you
that.
scratched me like across the chest. Yeah.
I don't remember
You
that.
didn't mean to. You were just trying to catch me because I had my boot on.
Because I'm always worried
and I
about your
tripped.
foot. And,
I mean, it was in the
apparently
boot.
I hurt you
It
more.
was fine.
I'm sorry, I don't even remember.
It was
that.
funny. No, you said sorry a whole bunch of times too. I think that's on the audio, but I'll play the audio. He recorded us all the way home, and we were very excited, and we were wasted. So this will be a nice treat for you.
Yay!
And yeah,
Everybody, we'll be back next week and keep writing.
keep snacking.
Bye.
Bye.
And then you kept falling. I was trying to help you, but I couldn't. No, and I was like, I want to help you, but I can't. Because I'm a horrible helper. I did not! I punched you in the mouth. I was like, here's my arm, you're all, ugh. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to punch you in the mouth from our side.
Okay.
Okay.
I have bleeding. I'm good.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
I just get so
Fucking Teal Boulevard. We're bringing it on Teal Boulevard.
Teal Boulevard, baby.
Thanks for picking us up.
My
I
pleasure.
know.
Oh my
Are you
God.
kidding me? No, it's thank you.
Because Trisha turns to me and she's like, we're going to get an Uber. I was like, should we stop? And she's like, no.
Wow, that's your point. You're like, let's go all in.
Trisha's bringing it all day. We're like at Fusion Cafe and we're a little like...
No, you're kidding me.
No,
This is
it's hilarious.
beautiful.
We're at Fusion Cafe. And our buddy is like... This poor... I don't know where the fuck he's from. He's cute as fuck. And he's like... And we've had him as our waiter before. And he's like, do you guys want another drink? And he's doing this, like, fucking, like, hand signal thing with me through the window. And he's like...
What?
And I'm like, yeah. Like, one more drink.
Oh my
Me
God.
and Trisha are going to go get tattoos. 8,000 hours later. We're going to be completely sober by the time it happens.
We were like,
Yeah,
so
Trisha's
sober.
like, I have to go to the bank. I'm like, I have to go to the fucking Starbucks and get my free ass birthday drink. We're like, fucking iced coffee with some fucking almond milk
Let me just live it up on my fucking birthday with a fucking iced coffee with almond milk. And one for my friend, too. You know, it was like that. Like, just fucking woo!
Oh my god. Sorry.
No, it's so funny. It's so funny.
Sorry
And I was like, woo! And then I was like, okay, we got our coffee. Trisha's like, I got my cash. We're like, we got our shit. We're gonna go to the tattoo place. I'm still kind of drunk. We
Just
walk,
a little bit.
and very unlike me, we walk up and I was like, Trisha, what do we want? I didn't.
You were like, you
I
tell
could
what's
not
happening.
talk. It's very unlike me,
I'm
right?
like, she wants a tattoo.
You're all,
and
we
I
want
one
word
too.
tattoos.
But wait a minute, like, but you guys were so drunk before you got the tattoos?
No, we had
A little
like
bit
brunch.
Oh, okay.
We were not this drunk.
Okay.
Not like this, but we were like a little bit like not.
We were like
Our
feeling
normal-
good.
No,
I
by
could
that
drive.
time
like,
we-
I did not feel like out of control. Like I was
Got it.
fine.
Also, by the
Now
time,
I cannot drive right now.
by the
Good.
time we
No,
got
you
our
shouldn't.
fucking tattoo, we were like, we're completely sober, right? And
I
we're
want to
like,
get drunk again.
and I'm like talking to Jake about his mom. The other
How do you
guy's
motherfucker?
telling us about his fucking German chocolate, like gingerbread cookies. The little cute tattoo guy. I mean, like, there was a lot of things going on.
Sounds
By
like
the time I was like, I'm completely sober. Al, it doesn't hurt as much as I thought. I mean, honestly, Edgar, I like put my arm because I was like, oh, it's gonna hurt. And then I was like, I like turned to her and I was like, it doesn't hurt that much. No, because I was really, because I think people have told us, oh my god, I hurt so much about it. And I'm like, well, we've had acupuncture. And then Jake, our favorite child of all time,
Of course.
who's going to be my child soon, he's like, well, I do acupuncture. And I'm like, well, I've had some fucking shit done to me, like fucking like cupping, like some very painful
Yes,
shit.
you
I'm
have.
like,
Yes, you have.
yes, drill into my arm. It actually doesn't hurt that bad, like, right? And then Trisha's like, yeah. And I was like, Trisha,
Trisha's like, yeah.
no.
It was fine.
Because I turned to
But
my
I was
best
like, kind
friend.
of like not gonna do it unless I saw Shauna react.
No, Trisha was a little nervous.
Really?
Yeah, I wasn't gonna do it.
She got a little weird about what she was going to get. That was
Yeah.
what it was.
Yeah.
It wasn't somebody, you don't care about pain. You fucking had a
Pain don't
C-section
hurt.
twice. No, I mean, like, honestly, Trisha, you've been through some shit. And I'm like, so have I. I mean,
It
like,
really
let's
was-
be real.
It really was nothing.
And it
Compared-
actually, like, it just felt like someone, like, fucking giving you a bunch of shots. Like, I was like, I mean, my daughter would fucking kill herself, but, like, I was like, oh, fine. And I was like, I, like, turned to Trisha, I was like, it doesn't really hurt that bad. Like, I thought it would hurt more, because people have always described it to us as, like, the McAdam or something. And I was like, but then when he was like, okay, I'm gonna go back over it, okay, so that hurt. But even then, it was like,
How was Trisha? She's like, yeah.
she's like,
I was nervous.
whatever.
I was like, yeah, whatever.
and she was just like, I'm just getting this tattoo.
Your
Shut up.
fat lip right now, Shauna.
No, because Trisha was like, I didn't know what to get, and then she was like, this.
Why
Right?
does she sound like that?
Because she was like,
Yeah.
because she didn't know, and then she was like, this is it. And I was locked in. And I was like, you're getting this right now. And she was like,
Right.
done. I was like,
She sounds so annoying the
no,
whole time.
because
Is that how she sounded like in your head?
no, because I was worried, because I actually thought no, to be a good
Right.
friend. I was like, Trisha,
It's just gonna spiral.
if you don't want to get
you
it,
don't have to get what? It's cool.
because she was a little bit sketchy about it. I was like,
Sketchy.
2 seconds.
I didn't
She was
know.
like, I don't know. Like the font.
I
Like
don't
she was
know.
like weird about it. And I was
I
like,
don't know.
dude, you don't have to get it. Or you can just like wait. Or you get the spiral.
Oh, no.
Remember, I was like trying to be a nice
Yeah,
person.
No, she gave me
And
like
that's very hard for me, but I
she
was
gave me, like,
nice.
3 outs, and I was like,
Damn.
And I was like,
Out?
sweetie, if you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. Because I was like, work.
What was your moment of truth, Trisha? Where you're like, fuck it, I gotta do it.
because I
Trisha's like-
knew when I looked at Shauna's, I'm like, it looks so cool.
Aw.
I want that too.
And then I'll be
and I know
annoyed.
forever I'll be like, I should have just done it. I should have just done it. And I'm like, I'm just gonna fucking do it. And
Because,
then, like, once you do
even know what her tattoo
No, she
means.
already explained to me, Auntie Sue. I got it.
Yeah, no, it's Grandma
Yeah.
Sue. Like,
Yeah.
she Mama Sue. Like,
I love
she
it.
was like,
I
change
love
your
it.
channel.
I think it's brilliant.
And I told her, so I'm like, maybe you should just get this. Like, because this is like so.
Sean thought of it.
Nobody has it.
You know, because I talked to Jake, I'm like,
Very-
some people have breathe or fearless or
And he was
whatever.
like,
Relentless.
and he was like, I'm gonna fucking shoot myself in the head if I haven't do another breathe, right?
Brave.
No, he was like,
Strong.
he was
"Breathe,
like,
that was so original."
please, somebody. And then he took pictures of our tattoos because they're original. And then we were like, Jake, and then we're like, we're gonna come, like, can you come do, like, our bench one? And he's like, oh my god, like, I love you.
So he's gonna tattoo the bench on you guys?
Yeah, like on our ankles.
Oh,
when we
shit.
lose 15 pounds, we have a goal.
Oh.
So
No,
we
and
have,
he's
like,
all,
a
like, in the
goal.
middle
Why
of
don't you guys
our
become like
lives.
addicted to tats? Be like, yeah, man, look at all this shit.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I can
Honest-
totally see you two doing
Edgar, after I did this, I was
I
like,
know.
I could do
Oh, you guys
another.
are inspiring me. I'm gonna get one for my birthday too.
No.
Like, it's really
It's not that hard, and then you're like, I can get 5 more than I thought about, like
That's
in
so
2
dope.
seconds. No, because it doesn't hurt as bad as everybody thinks it will.
It's not about the pain at all.
Ain't no hurt, dude.
It doesn't hurt.
No, and we're just like, dude.
What about pain don't hurt?
No, and he
Pain
says,
don't hurt.
Do you think that would be a good?
no,
Yeah,
don't
you
get
should
that.
tattoo down your butt. Pain don't hurt.
Me and Trisha were gonna get, dude. What was it?
Dude, arrow.
Dude.
Arrow, dude.
No,
Dude.
dude on Shauna and sweet on me.
Sweet. Or sweet dude.
Sweet dude.
Or dude
It was
sweet.
like a stupid fucking like Ashton Kutcher
Yeah.
tattoo. I was like,
It's
really?
like a weird gift.
No, we were gonna, and they're like, we're gonna make like 8,000 fucking Wayne's World jokes right now.
Fuck yeah.
Stairway to heaven.
Own your age, dude. I love that
No,
shit.
we love our age.
I love my era. Fucking own that
No,
shit.
and they're like, he's like, you remind me of my mom. And we're like, exactly. And he's
Daddy
like,
and motherfucker.
and then he's like, I'm sorry, did I offend you? And we're like, no. I mean,
You're
I
a
feel like
baby.
it could. I'm like, my son's 15. He's a skater.
You're a twink.
Like,
All right, let's
fine.
walk you through your.
I can get
Are you sure, sweetie? I don't want you to fucking knock your teeth out and shit.
I won't fall.
Sure.
Trisha, don't knock your
That's not
teeth
very
out.
comforting.
No.
You're like, I'm cool. I won't.
Only when Shauna punches me.
Honey, are you sure?
I'm good.
I'm so
I love you guys.
mean.
Bye.
Love
Happy
you, beautiful.
birthday.
Are you
Thank you.
okay?
Woo. Oh wait, your birthday present's in my fucking car. Shit.
I'll get it later.
Sorry.
It's
Oh, well.
another parking lot.
Okay, bye.
I love you,
I'll
baby.
get it
Thank
from
you for hanging out.
She
Ooh.
gave me a tortilla. It's
Okay.
amazing.
I'm gonna see you walk all the
Please?
way and go.
Don't hurt yourself. Love you.
Love you.
We love you. We will watch you in ways that you didn't know people would watch you.
I love that you were in the tattoo parlor. You were like,
I love that for you. That you're walking to your house by lollipops.
and you were like, yeah.
I love it for you, Trisha. We're not gonna leave ever. We might stay here for 2
Why you guys
hours.
never lock your doors? What's wrong with you?
I don't know. Goodbye.
Bye. Have fun storming the castle.
This has been a transmission of the Podfix Network. For more about this show and other great Podfix programs, go to podfixnetwork.com.
Hi, this is Shauna,
And this is Trisha.
and this is Two Girls on a Bench
Today,
podcast.
here,
No,
stop. Let's do it again. Why is this so difficult? What is happening right now?
fiddle block.
This is you are Shauna. Hi, this is Shauna.